Sometimes we stop before we even start because we don't believe in ourselves. But one small act of courage can change everything. Today's story is about Lily, a young girl who learns to trust her heart and follow her dream. Let's listen to The Little Painter, a story about believing in yourself. Chapter 1. The Girl Who Didn't Believe. In a small town near the river, there lived a 13-year-old girl named Lily. She loved colors, blue skies, green trees, and red flowers. Her dream was to become a painter. Every evening after school, she sat near the window and painted sunsets. But Lily never showed her drawings to anyone. One day, her older brother, Max, walked into her room. "Wow, Lily, these are nice," he said. Lily quickly covered her painting with her hand. "They're not good," she said quietly. "No one would like them." Max smiled. "You never know until you try." But Lily shook her head. "I'm not talented like other people." She looked down, feeling small and unsure. In her heart, she wanted to paint the world, but her mind whispered, "You can't." Chapter 2. The Art Competition. At school the next day, their teacher, Miss Harper, made an announcement. "Students, next month we will have an art competition. Everyone can join. The theme is My Beautiful World." The class cheered. Everyone was excited, except Lily. Her friend Emma turned to her and said, "You'll join, right? You love painting." Lily smiled nervously. "I don't think so. I'm not good enough." Emma frowned. "That's not true. You just need to believe in yourself." Lily wanted to believe that, but fear was louder than hope. That night, she told her mother about the competition. Her mother smiled warmly. "Lily, remember when you were little and you learned to ride a bike?" Lily nodded. "Yes, I fell so many times." "And did you stop trying?" her mother asked. "No," Lily said. "I kept trying until I could ride." Her mother held her hand gently. "Painting is the same, dear. Believe in yourself like you did with the bike. Every mistake is part of learning." Lily thought about it all night. Maybe she could try. Chapter 3. The First Brushstroke. The next day, Lily bought new paints, red, blue, yellow, and white. She sat at her desk, looking at the blank paper. Her heart was beating fast. "What if it looks bad?" she whispered. But then she remembered her mother's words. Every mistake is part of learning. So she took a deep breath and started painting. At first, her hands shook. The colors didn't look right. She felt like giving up. Then Max came in and said, "Hey, every great artist started with one bad painting." Lily laughed. "So this is my bad one?" "Maybe," he grinned. "But it's your first step." That made her smile. She continued painting, little by little, one color at a time. Each day after school, she painted again. Some days it looked messy. Some days it looked better. But every day, she was learning something new. Chapter 4. The Voice of Doubt. A week later, Lily showed her painting to Emma. "It's so pretty," Emma said. "You should join the competition." But then a group of older students walked by. One of them looked at Lily's painting and said, "It looks like something a little kid made." They laughed and walked away. Lily's heart sank. Her hands felt cold. "See," she whispered, "I knew I wasn't good enough." Emma touched her arm. "Don't listen to them. They don't see what I see." But Lily couldn't forget their words. That night, she didn't touch her brushes. She stared at her blank canvas and sighed. Her mother noticed and asked, "What's wrong, dear?" "They laughed at my painting," Lily said sadly. "Maybe they're right." Her mother sat beside her and said softly, "People may doubt you, but the only voice that truly matters is your own. What you believe, Lily." Lily looked down, thinking. Then she whispered, "I believe I can try again." Her mother smiled proudly. "That's my brave girl." Chapter 5. The Second Chance. The next morning, Lily woke up early. The sun was shining through her window, and birds were singing. She smiled and said, "Okay, let's start again." She painted a new picture, this time, from her heart. A green field, a big blue sky, children playing, and a little girl painting the sunset. She didn't think about perfection. She just painted what she loved. When she finished, she looked at it and whispered, "This is me." That afternoon, she brought her painting to school and gave it to Miss Harper. The teacher smiled warmly. "Beautiful work, Lily. You've shown your heart in this." Lily blushed and said, "Thank you, Miss Harper." Chapter 6. The Big Day. The day of the art competition finally came. The school hall was full of paintings, colorful, creative, and beautiful. Lily looked around and felt nervous again. What if no one likes mine? She thought. But Emma squeezed her hand and said, "You believe in yourself, and that's what matters most." When the judges came to her table, Lily stood quietly. One of them smiled and said, "Your painting feels warm and real. It tells a story." Lily's eyes widened. "Really?" "Yes," said another judge. "It shows honesty. That's what art is all about." Chapter 7. The Surprise. At the end of the day, Miss Harper announced the winners. Third place went to Mark. Second place went to Nina. And then she said, "First place goes to Lily for her painting My Beautiful World." The hall filled with cheers. Lily stood frozen, her heart racing. Emma pushed her gently. "Go, Lily. That's you." She walked to the stage with shaky hands and a big smile. Miss Harper handed her the certificate and said, "You see what happens when you believe in yourself?" Lily's eyes were shining with tears. "Yes," she whispered. "I do now." Chapter 8. Sharing the Gift. After the competition, people in the town started hearing about Lily's painting. A small cafe nearby asked her to paint a picture for their wall. Then a local newspaper wrote a short story about her success. Lily felt proud, but she never forgot where she started, with fear, doubt, and one small act of courage. One day, a little boy from her neighborhood came to her and said, "Lily, I like to draw too, but I'm not good." Lily smiled and said, "You don't have to be good yet. You just have to start. Believe in yourself and keep drawing." The boy nodded and ran home, smiling. Lily watched him go and whispered, "That's how it begins, one small belief." Chapter 9. The Bigger Dream. Years passed. Lily grew up and became a young artist. She opened a small art studio called Believe. Children from her town came every weekend to learn painting. She taught them to mix colors, draw lines, and, most importantly, to trust themselves. On the wall of her studio, she hung her first painting, the one that won the school competition. Under it, she wrote, "Everything starts with believing in yourself." Whenever she felt unsure or tired, she looked at that painting and smiled. It reminded her that courage is not the absence of fear. It's painting even when you're scared. Moral of the story. Dove, when you believe in yourself, you unlock your true power. Even small confidence can create big change. Everyone has doubts. Everyone feels afraid. But if you take one brave step, if you believe just a little, amazing things can happen.